What's up, everyone? This is Robert, aka Comics on the Edge, with another haul video. Now, this video is a little bit different. Not in the books that I'm showing, but these are all books I've acquired throughout the whole quarantine session that we've been going through lately. So, as it still is, a lot of these comic book stores are closed or shut down for a while. A lot of times they didn't really even offer curbside service or anything like that. So, and they weren't really getting any new books. So they were just kind of like, closing the doors until they were allowed to let people back in. So these books that I have here to show have either gotten them from online, such as like eBay, Instagram, um, YouTube, uh, other stuff like that, or uh, curbside service through some of the local comic shops. And so it's been a little bit challenging, but I think that with the stuff that I have gotten, that I don't, I think I did pretty well, considering the circumstances. So let's get started. This is what I'm pretty much working with. Uh, a lot of these are kind of like, I mean, this is the the stacks that I got. So like I said, I've gotten them through online and eBay, uh, YouTube, Instagram, and stuff like that. So let's just get started here. Um, so I guess let's go with the bulk first. I saw online that somebody had these for sale, and the auction was ending, and I just went in there and bid, and these are kind of like a sleeper book. They hit every now and then, but I don't think that they really reach their full potential. So this is 20 copies of Darker Image. Um, yeah, Dark Image number one. All of them are still in their bags with the card. So I got all these for $5. So I mean, you can't really beat that. It's just an amazing deal. You just kind of got to sit on them for a while, and you know, first appearance of Max. So yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for that to hit. So and not only that, but like you got Stanley Liefeld and Sam Keith. I mean, Sam Keith did the cover. His art is just really just amazing, unique. So yeah, I got those. I thought they were gonna come in all banged up and stuff, but they came in pretty good condition. Let's see here. Okay, so the next book I found two copies of. So, and because it's a wraparound cover, I'm just gonna show them what it would look like. This is DC Sampler number 3. There you go. And this contains like a little preview of constant or yeah Constantine. Yeah, let me open it up real quick because it's a pretty short little preview. There it is. That's the preview of Constantine right there. So it previews Saga of the Swamp Thing 37, I believe. Um, Another cool thing about this book is, I mean, there's other like samples in there and stuff like that, but you know, the more important one is the Constantine sample. Um, it doesn't look like him very much, but you know, it is him. That does what they show. It is what they show on the comic book. But I really enjoy the cover art because it's done by Fred Hembeck, who's, you know, he's just a classic artist, you know, cartoonist and stuff like that. So you know, he appears in like a few covers here and there, but um, you know, it's his artwork is pretty well known, and you know, I think it's kind of cool when he jumps in there every once in a while. Another book I found was first appearance of Great Lake Avengers. I always pick this up. I know I've showed this book before, but yeah, this one's pretty sharp. Um, Kind of thinking about sending it in a CDC, so we'll see. Every time like I think about sending like smaller books in, bigger books always knock it out, like out of place and stuff like that. So um, I might send it in. Something else might come up, and it'll just knock it out of the way. Uh, X-Men 164, first appearance of Binary, pretty clean copy, pretty sharp edges. Um, yeah, I have like a few copies of this, so that one's in pretty good condition. X Force #1 from the Secret Wars series. This one has a first appearance of the A Force team and the character Singularity. This is a variant as well. So Singularity, that's her right there. So it's a pretty cool book. Um, Something number 49. Cameo of Justice League Dark. Uh, Teen Titans #20. First appearance of Crush. I always grab these books whenever I see them in the bins. So I mean, this lot I'm gonna show you right now. I got it from I think I think online, and it was a lot. So it's Married with Children, and the reason why I got this is because I think like three of the books have Kelly Bundy on it, so I just had to get them, even though I own some of them already. So you got #1 is a Peggy Bundy cover. #2, you got #3, Callie Goes to College. I think I have this one already. This one's pretty cool. Callie Goes to College #2. And that one. This is like, I know I have one of these already. This is like my favorite one. It's pretty cool. #1, Kelly Bundy special. I think this one I got online. When this book came out, I always thought it would be cool to own it, and I never got around to actually buying it. So I found it online for really cheap, and I jumped on it. It's in really cool condition. This is Detective Comics #23.2, who has a Harley, and it has a Harley Quinn 3D lenticular cover. It's really cool. This book, I have a lot of copies of this. I just pick them up whenever I can. This is Teen Titans #16. and it has a insert, a 16-page preview comic of first appearance of Captain Carrot. That's why I picked this book up, because I like, weird characters and stuff like that. So that's right up my alley right there. Again, I know I showed this one before. I found another copy. Transformers number 8, first appearance of the Dinobots. You can't go wrong with this book. I think it's still undervalued. I definitely want to start to get a 9.8 on this book eventually, hopefully. um, the next book is a Howard the Duck number 4 variant. It's a chill variant. Really hard to find, especially if you're trying to collect. Like, they did quite a few covers of this type of artwork on several different issues. If you're trying to find or get the whole set, if you're a Cho fan, it's going to be very hard because I don't really see too many of them out there. I know one of the higher sought after ones is Vision, and that could go over $100 at times. So, Howard the Duck. I'm not like a collector of Howard the Duck, but I collect a lot of his stuff, but I'm not like a run collector or anything like that. So when I see weird variants that he has, I'll just pick them up. This is a good pickup here. Um, this one is Superman Batman Annual number 14. First appearance of Terry McGinnis as Batman in the future. This is a really hot book right now. Um, you know, yeah. I mean, people want it. It's pretty pricey right now. Uh, this is a cool one. It's Thundercats number 1 from my childhood. And this is like really clean, sharp cornered copy book. So I'm thinking about sending that in, hopefully. And this book, I think my last video, I showed it, and I actually got another copy from. This is from YouTube, Thunder God. So it's a Birds of Prey number 8. This is where Nightwing and Oracle or Batgirl, they kiss. I like it because it's a Greg Land cover, and I think that the cover is really just awesome. I mean, he's showing her how to do a trapeze by tying her legs together because she can't walk, and they just look like they're having, a great time. It's a really cool cover. This book, I don't know much about, but I thought it was a pretty cool cover. Michael Gilbert's Mr. Monster number 7, featuring Young Stern. I just like the cover. It's pretty cool. It's a red cover. It's got, I don't know if they're vampires, or I think they're vampires, but I like the way the artwork's done. I think it's pretty cool. So, yeah. Um, I was surprised to see. So I bought this 3 lot book, 3 lots, 3 lot, 3 book lot. This was online, and I was kind of surprised to see it because I never knew it existed. So this is from Avatar, Mark Miller's The Unfunnies, and this is number 1 issue. So you got this big hands smashing somebody down with their thumb. There's bone hanging out and stuff like that. So I didn't. It wasn't offered as a lot. It was just one book that I purchased, and the guy hit me up and said, "Hey, if you're interested in that book, I got a couple other ones I could throw in there for you. I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So so with this one, we have the number one issue, but offensive issue. So you just have like crows doing like weird shit and stuff like that. I just thought it was kind of cool because it's something that I didn't know existed, and you know just seeing all the you got somebody smoking some drugs, and you know buying drugs, and you know all these other things that you can see. And yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome. This is the book that I saw that I purchased, and then he said, "Hey, I got a couple other ones." And this is number two issue, and this is the offensive issue as well. So in this one, you can see this cat is using this baby vac to suck up this. I don't know what that is. I haven't even looked inside of these, so I don't know what the content on the inside is. So I probably should, just to kind of like you know get to know what it's all about. But I got these fairly recently. But yeah, Mark Miller didn't know they existed, and now I have them. Let's see here. This other guy, I got this online as well, and he had a stack of books, and they were all Batman or Spider Man. Sorry, it's kind of late. It's almost 3 o'clock a.m. So so yeah, he had like a huge lot of McFarlane Batmans and stuff like that, and he was only asking $20 for it, which it didn't really like. I didn't really care, but so you got number one, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. Some of them are newsstands, some of them aren't. So this is the reason why I bought this lot. In the lot, I saw that there was two other issues of number ones, and I kind of peeked over, and luckily enough, I was able to see that there were the signed issues, and both of them were signed. So I ended up getting them. Really nice condition, and I checked the back, make sure that there was a webbing stamp there. They were there, so you got the Todd McFarlane special signed books. I mean, you can't beat that price. That's just insane. I'm not really into like signed books like that, but the history of that book is just, it's cool to me. So I just kind of jumped on that. Every time I see that book, I just kind of like check to see if it's signed, because this one's not signed. So I almost passed on the whole lot, and good thing I didn't. This one's kind of cool. She-Hulk number 50. This one's really hard to find in good condition. This one's sharp as hell, and it's hard to find in good condition because this foil kind of gets scratched up a lot, and this one's pretty clean. So I'll jump on that. This, let's see, hold on. This is a pretty cool book. I solely got it for the cover, and I have love for the cartoon as well. This is Animaniacs number 9, and you can see why I got it. It's a Pulp Fiction cover swipe. I just think it's really cool. You don't really see too many of these out there. I've never seen it at a shop or at a show. Um, so yeah, I finally got a copy, and this one's like mint and shit too. It looks like it's all fucked up because of they made it look all stressed, but that's how they are. Um, this is this is a book I just got recently, um, yesterday actually. I had this book and when it came out, and when it got hot, and somebody I knew wanted it, so I sold it to them, and I've been trying to get it back ever since, and I finally did a couple years later. This is Starfire number 1, Lupicino variant. It's got like a Campbell look, but more realistic. I just love the cover. It's awesome. And then I got this one. I'm a Squirrel fan, so I always try to like, I pick up the run, and then I try to grab the variants. Well, sometimes they release variants that are like kind of expensive. So when this book came out, it was fucking expensive. I couldn't like. I was just like, dude, there's no way I'm gonna get it, and I didn't really like the cover to begin with, so I didn't worry about it. So since I have it on my feed, it popped up again, like years later, and you know, it was at a really good price, and yeah, I bought it. And the cool thing is when I did receive it, I took a look at it and I was like, wow, like I hated the cover at first, but now that I have it on my hands, it's actually a really cool cover. I mean, you got this is a Cerium variant number 7, and there you go, Dorian Green, Squirrel Girl. It's like a portrait drawing. I just, I didn't, like I said, I didn't really like it at first, but when I received it, it was just like, oh shit, okay, like it actually looks pretty nice. So, and then of course, I always try to find video game comics, and this is by far my favorite franchise ever, especially right now. I mean, besides like the retro, like Zelda and all that those other games, but so this is Gears of War number 1, and this is actually the GameStop variant, which I mean, even the regular copy is pretty hard to find. So when you see a GameStop variant, it's like even they're harder to find, but any number 1 issue Gears of War comic is pretty hard to find. So I got that at a really good price, so I jumped on that. And then I was kind of looking around, and I saw this other book, and it was really expensive. And then all of a sudden, one or two people posted it for like, I think like $10. So I jumped on that too. This is Gears of War, a number 1 blockbuster exclusive, first print. So obviously that blockbusters don't exist anymore. So these are even harder to find, and when you do find them, they're even more expensive. So I jumped on this too. So the next book I have is I found was really sharp copy of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 1. This book has been heating up lately, and I can't believe that I didn't pay the prices that people are asking for. Um, I like the Devil Dinosaur. It's pretty cool. Don't know much about Moon Girl, but I hear a lot of good things about her. So, and then I got Young Avengers. I mean, I love I always say that I like books with multiple first appearances. This is one of them, Young Avengers. So and the more most important one is she's not even on the cover. That's fucking weird. All right. Well, the most important character that's in this book is Kate Bishop, which is Hawkeye's daughter, and yeah. So this book is heating up as well, and I found the number 10, which she is on the cover. And this one has a first appearance too. What's his name? Forgot. Oh well. Sure we could find it up later. But yeah, got those two. And this one, I know I've shown it before, and I actually got another copy. This is, I think, my third copy. This one I got from my LCS, and they posted, "Hey, we got two of these," and you know, I mean, they were different priced, but this is an underrated book. I don't know why it's not that expensive, so I you know I usually try to look for them for like pretty cheap, and this one was no exception. This is All Star Comics number 58, first appearance of Power Girl. It's like a mid grade condition book, so I do have one that's higher grade, so I'm not even worried about it. But it's always good to have, you know, multiples, I guess. So that's pretty much it for the raw books. I did pick up some slab books, which I'm really excited about because when I buy a slab book, it's mostly for my personal collection. Those usually stay with me, and so like I said, when I buy them, it's because I really really want them, and especially if they're for a good deal, I'll buy them and just kind of hold on to them. So the first book I have, you've already seen a raw copy of it, but this is Teen Titans number 16. It's a 9/8. First appearance of Captain Carrot. So yeah, I just felt like I needed that book in my life, like in a CGC grade, obviously. This is a crazy book because I'm a Gwenpool fan. I own three copies of uh, her Ron Lim variant and a 9/8, and I never really thought about like get. I mean, I do have like a couple raw copies of this book, but I never really thought about getting a like the um the regular version of the book, and so I was kind of looking around, and I'm just like, God damn, they're so high. Like they're pretty high up there. Like you couldn't find any of them less than $80. And I was just like, fuck, I mean, I like that character, but I don't think that that book is it doesn't really have her on the cover. So the book I'm talking about is Howard the Duck number 1, and this is let's see, I don't know what volume it is, but so this is Howard the Duck number 1. Let's see if you can see it. Okay, and it's a 9/8. So that's what I was kind of looking for. I didn't want anything any lower than that because I like this raw probably goes for like $10. And I was just like, I don't want to spend, you know, 100. People are asking like 100, or I think the lowest I seen was like $80, and I even thought that was too expensive. So I just kind of waited and stuff, and you know, just left it on my my saved searches, and one did pop up for fairly cheap, like yeah, a lot cheaper than what I expected, and I jumped on it, and before the sellers shipped it out to me, he goes, "Hey, I actually graded a bunch of these." He's all, "I have two left." He's just like, "If you want another copy, um, I'll 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 give you a really good deal on it." I was like, "All right, like send it on over." So I ended up getting two copies of it, which is really cool because I just you know, she just appears right there on the cover. That's it. But you know, it is her first full appearance, um, inside and stuff like that. So I mean, now I don't have to worry about getting these because they just seem to keep going up in value. So yeah, I kind of got lucky on that. The seller was really cool and really hooked me up. You know, I don't even think I spent what I would on or on two copies. Like what I spent on two copies, I don't know. I don't even think I would have been able to buy one of what people were asking. So I got a really really good deal. This was a purchase from Instagram. This guy had this book up for a while, and I actually set up a trade with somebody, and he kind of like uh, fell fell off the earth, and the trade didn't really go through, and I don't really see too much of him anymore. And I think this is a really cool cover. It's a variant. This is Deadpool Kills Deadpool #1, and this is a Del Mundo cover, Michael Del Mundo cover, and it's a Secret Wars cover swipe or homage, whatever you want to fucking call it. At a 9.8, I mean, I got this book at a deal, a steal. I mean, you know, the prices that are on this book are ridiculous. And saw some dude selling it on Instagram and pulled the trigger. So you know, he had it up for a while, so he was willing to make some deals. With this whole like COVID-19 thing going around, um, I just kind of feel like there's a lot of deals to be made and stuff like that, and people are more willing to work with each other to kind of you know work something out. So you know, this I think this is an example because what he was asking for in the beginning was way more than what I paid for it. So, um, yeah, I'm pretty happy to own that. And so the last book I have, I already have a copy of it, but I always want like an upgrade on it. This one in particular might not be an upgrade. I'm not too sure because the other one is raw. But uh, this book is really particular, like, you know, with the grading and stuff like that, because there's a centerfold in there, and if it doesn't have the centerfold, then you get a horrible grade on that book. And it's an old book. It's a major key book, and I personally, like, yeah, even though I already have a copy, I really wanted one that was complete, um, like CGC'd, you know, with the poster and everything, and just so I could build off of that. So, this is a book. It's Batman 181, and it's a 3.5 off white pages. This is first appearance of Poison Ivy. So, yeah, it's a 3.5. I think it is a 3.5. Um, you know, there's like staining on it. It's got issues, but I think a 3.5 is a good place to start as far as upgrading. So like I said, this book, like, you have point fives that are going for like a shitload of money. I ran into this on eBay, I believe, out of steal. So yeah, I had to jump on that. I had the money, so hey, here we go. We start off with that 3.5 and try to build up until I'm satisfied with the grade. Um, it looks like it'd be pressed. There's like there's things that can be worked on, but yeah, I just I'm happy to get another copy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I've gotten these books without even stepping foot into a comic store. Just basically online, YouTube, whatever, Instagram, any other means I could find to find some key books. So yeah, I think I did pretty well. What do you guys think? Leave comments down in the comment section. Um, Let me know what your favorite book that I picked up in this pile, just so I can have a gauge of what my viewership is interested in. But a lot of these books have already been posted on my Instagram account. So if you want a preview of the stuff that I'm gonna post in my YouTube videos, go ahead and just subscribe to my Instagram. It is Comics on the Edge, or at Comics on the Edge, and I post a lot. I try to post daily. It doesn't always happen, but if you look at my feed, it's fairly pretty good books. So and if you're not already subscribed, and if you like the content, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to the bell so you get notifications whenever I put videos out. I just hit my 200 subscribers, so I'm pretty happy about that, especially with the small amount of time that that I've been actively, I mean, I've had this YouTube channel for a little while, but as far as actively putting out content, which isn't really that active, but you know what I'm getting at. I think once I get a laptop and everything, and I'm able to like live stream and stuff, it'll be a little bit different. As far as like, I think I'll be putting out more content um, than just every once in a while, like once a month videos and stuff like that. So one other thing is uh, so I hit my 200 subscriber. Um, I did it with the help of people like Discovery Bay Comics, Z Collects, Boy Who Had Seven, um, the Comic Book Fin Club YouTube channel, Ink Jedi. I mean, just Alfuzzo, Count Von Strange. I mean, they're just really awesome content creators, and within the YouTube community, Instagram community, and stuff like that. And even my fellow Comic Book Fin Club family, they've really supported me and stuff like that, and that's all I can really ask for. I do have. I am gonna film another video. So before the whole COVID-19 thing hit, I was actually able to buy a box of comics. I think I got it off of Let Go or one of those sites, maybe Facebook. I don't remember. But so when I got the books, this is when the COVID-19 thing started hitting pretty good, and you know that then people weren't able to have yard sales or sell like or anything like that. So on my way home, I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna put this box in our storage. Wait a few weeks, and um, you know, by then, the whole risk should be should be gone from that, if there is a risk. So I do have a short box of stuff. I didn't even have a chance to like really look at it. I paid $10 for it, so I don't know what exactly is in there, but I thought $10 was a pretty good you know it was worth a shot. So I do plan on filming that, like kind of unboxing type of deal. Whatever, just kind of going through that box and see what I got, because I don't even know what's in there. So I think it's a really cool idea. A lot of them, a lot of the books aren't even bagged and boarded, so it could be good or bad. I don't know, but yeah, it's pretty much what I have planned for right now, because as it is, these comic book stores are still closed, and there there's supposed I I've been told by a couple of them that they are going to open within the week or two, so I'm pretty excited about that. The ones I and That's from comic stores that I don't really dig too much at. The ones I really want to dig through, they're 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 keeping quiet on what they plan on doing. So um, when they open up, I'm probably just gonna find out the day of or something like that. So we'll see what happens. So look forward to my video for uh, going through that little short box, and then this right now, this is all the comics I have up until this point. I did order one tonight, or this yeah, I ordered one tonight, so that should come next week. But I'm just gonna add that to the next video, which I don't know when that'll ever come out, because you know I have to build back up again for another video. So like I said, like and subscribe to my videos. Follow all these other guys that I shouted out. They put out really good content. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching my video. We'll see you again next time. Thanks.